Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. I want to talk about Jay Morrison some more because the more I look at this dividend payout of $1.76, he had just recently announced that he was happy to announce that, here we are, after 3 years of starting this fund for all the investors. I don't know if you call them investors, man, by looking at his paperwork, because he started this Tulsa real estate fund. If you don't know who Jay Morrison is, for those that don't know, let me just say Jay Morrison, I come to know who he was a few years ago because he coined himself as the celebrity realtor, Mr. Jay Morrison. He was featured on the Breakfast Club a few times, and he made his rounds on World Star. He went viral on World Star, and that's how I come to know who he is. So he started this fund called the Tulsa Real Estate Fund. And he coined it after Tulsa, Oklahoma, Black Wall Street. And he wanted to create Black Wall Street all over again. This was his dream, according to him. He wanted to buy back the block. Buy back the block. And he put together this Tulsa Real Estate Fund, and he sold a dream like none other, in my opinion. If you're not aware, if you're not aware of, like, let's say if you're new to investments and stuff, and this guy come along, he said, call you king and queen, and he wants to buy back the block, and you're going to be an owner of this fund. Are you really an owner though? Because that's my question. Because this started as a crowd fund. He raised millions of dollars, right? And for the people that joined the fund, it was a minimum investment of $500, which will have in return you purchase 10 shares of his Tulsa real estate fund, right? And you would have got 10 shares. Now he recently paid a dividend of $1.76. Now you have to keep this in mind. That $1.76 dividend that he paid out, you have to pay tax on it. So you're actually not really getting $1.76, which came out to $17 a little bit over $17.60. But you got to factor in taxes as well. And I kid you not, let's say if you didn't know anything about the stock market, right? And you open a TD Ameritrade account and you just started buying stocks. I'm sorry, I can't. If you just started buying stocks blindly, let's say if you put 300 into Apple or what other stocks, any stock that maybe you put stocks into your telecommunications, whether it be T-Mobile or whatever the case is, you just started buying stocks blindly. You didn't know anything. And if you had held on to those stocks for those 3 years that Jay Morrison had this fund up and running, I guarantee you would have made more money than $17.60. I guarantee you. Just not knowing anything about investing, you would have made more money. If you had put $500 in a TD Ameritrade account and just left it there and didn't know what you were doing, and you invested in a few stocks, I guarantee you would have made over $17.60. That's a fact. I know someone right now, right? Was like, Max, man, I want to open up a TD Ameritrade account. I got about 5 stacks. I want to do this. So I was like, yeah, go ahead and do it. Watch a few YouTube videos because YouTube has TD Ameritrade. TD Ameritrade has a YouTube video. So I said, watch a few of their videos, get up to speed on investing before you start and then go from there. He didn't do that. He just started looking at stocks that he liked and put his money in it, and guess what? He made money. He made money. Now, it's a possibility that he could have lost all his money, but he invested in the stocks that he liked, and he made money. And I can assure you that he made over $17 off his $5,000. He made over that. And, I'm not saying what Jay Morrison has done is illegal, because if you look at the paperwork, he crossed all his T's and dot all his I's. For me, after reading the paperwork and stuff like that, just to paperwork that, like say if I want to sign, he has a website, so he has information there. Just based upon that information alone, that's not a investment that I would like to take. It's not liquidable. It's not a highly liquidable investment, meaning that you can just take your money out if you need it right away. Now, in order for you to take your money out of this Tulsa real estate fund and close out, you got to go through a lot of red tape. You have to go through a lot of red tape, and then Jay Morrison the board or whatever it is, they have to approve it. And then you might get your money. You might. You might. That's a big M. Might. And he raised all this money, right? And he mentioned that, he's in partnership with people. He's, he bought some properties and stuff like that. But my question is, all the other businesses that he's doing business with, do he has a piece in those businesses? Because he could come up with creative ways to get that money he raised, legally. He could pay himself. It's almost like this. He's built this fund to fund his lifestyle, and I never forget it. Would you trust? Let me ask you a question. Would you trust a person, right, with your money? And once he got the money, he started calling himself Swaggy P. That's my question to you. Does that seem professional? Look, I'm Swaggy P. I'm the young. He even called himself the young Malcolm. What does Malcolm X has to do with all of this? Why is he calling himself the young Malcolm? Malcolm X wasn't balling like that when he was alive. So why would he call himself the young Malcolm? Let me tell you something, right? What I think. When he found out he raised all that money, it got to him. Like, damn, I finally made it. I'm a millionaire. I'm the young Malcolm. You hear me? I'm the young Swaggy P. Swaggy P. You see what I'm saying? Just like Umar Johnson, when he raised that money, when he went to Japan, when he was in that water, it was just really random for him to upload a video like that on Instagram. He just went in the water and then he dipped down the water. He came up. I knew right then and there that man was enjoying that money allegedly enjoying that money. You hear me? He bought all types of polo shirts and everything. That man was enjoying. Talking about he was out there on a speaking engagement in Japan. Like, like who the hell want to see him in Japan? Come on now. Come on. That man was taking trips all over the place. You hear me? In hotels, eating good. And then recently he had, Umar was out with his loyal donors, I guess. It was after the little painting job they did. He was at a restaurant showing the menu with the prices. And the prices were kind of expensive. Like, does he work? Where is he getting his personal money from? I mean, I'm not really counting his pockets. I'm just saying. Let me tell you something. Enjoying that money. He's always going to need donations. Donations. Run them donations. Please run those donations. This man take first class flights all over the place. Listen, I digress. This is really about Jay Morrison's finesse game. Jay Morrison, let me tell you something. I tip my hat to you. I tip my hat to you, Mr. Jay Morrison. Your finesse game is on 1,000. You hear me? Your finesse game. You got a ill finesse game. You hear me? You got all these people to invest in you. And the best you can... Listen, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be laughing like this. The best you can do is $1.76. Okay, I'm sorry. The best you can do is 76 cents. How are you going to justify that in a meeting? Like, hey, if I didn't know any better, I would ask him a question. I was like, Mr. Jay Morrison, I gave you $500. Like, damn, after 3 years, all I got is $17 and I got to pay taxes on it. So really only got like $14. Man, that's under $7 a year. that you earned on that $500. I promise you, I'm telling you this. If you have put that money in a TD Ameritrade account or even another brokerage account, just pick your poison. You know, pick any brokerage account. Just pick any brokerage account. Okay? You would have made more money. You could have put that money in a Robinhood account and invest in fractional shares and made more money than that within 3 years. I promise you. You would have. You didn't even have to know too much about investing. Investing, you know, like I said, my boy was investing in companies he liked. And like, yo, man, I made some money. I'm like, what? Showed me his account. He made money. But now he's learning investing because he's hooked now. And Jay Morrison, your finesse game, I have to tip my hat to you. And I will be going live on my second channel because right now YouTube got me in jail for 3 months. Okay. It's just been confirmed. I'm in jail for 90 days. Okay. Now, I don't know what I did. I don't know what the offense was. It was something they claim I did 3 years ago. Okay. 3 years ago. And I'm in jail for YouTube online jail for three months. Okay. Then after that, after the 3 month period is over, I still got to wait a couple of weeks before I go live on this channel again. So I'm going to be going live on my backup channel. And I appreciate the people that subscribe. I got over 100 subscribers and that's awesome. And I'm really going to start going live over there. And that channel is mainly just my live channel. I'm going to go live over there. That's where the barbershop chat is going to be at. And best believe maybe tomorrow I'm going to go live over there. We're going to talk about this Jay Morrison thing some more because his finesse game is solid. You know, his finesse game is solid. See, he's the type of person where if you want to do a deal with him, you have to have a contract. You have to have a lawyer with you. Okay. Like, Jay, when am I going to get my money? When am I going to get my money? Yeah, King, you're going to get your money, King. You know what I'm saying, King? You know, things are just tied up right now, King. Man, this dude is a gangster. He's a finesse gangster. That's what he is, in my opinion. Jay Morrison. You know, Jay, you got to do right by the people, my brother. You got to do right by the people. But see, me personally, I would not invest in the Tulsa real estate fund. That's just my opinion. I won't do it. Now, my question is, if he was to just close out of everything, will he split his profits with all the investors when he's closing out because he called them owners? I don't think so. I don't think that. I really don't think so after reading what I've been reading, because he called people an owner. But usually when you put in an investment, you are expecting more of a return than $17.60 because you're a private investor, right? Or it's something about this crowd fund. It's almost like it's a donation, and legally he got it together in that paperwork. So if you read that paperwork, man, you might want to. I don't know if you should charge it to the game. I don't know. Give him a couple more years and see what he do. But I honestly think that he structured a program to just benefit his lifestyle. That's what I think. Jay Morrison, your finesse game is on 100, on 1,000, on the 10,000. You call yourself Swaggy P. You might be Swaggy P. What is Swaggy P? Look, I'm not trying to be petty. What does Swaggy P mean? Let me know in the comments. And make sure to subscribe to my new channel, MaxVWorldMedia 2. I'm out. Peace.